Be careful. Shocking news is spreading fast. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now because this message is not like anything you have ever read before. This is a very important message for you and only you, and you cannot afford to ignore it. Not today, not in this moment. Not when the winds of heaven are carrying it directly to you. Be careful, my child, because something has begun in the unseen world, and it has spilled into the earth so quickly that even the angels were startled. Something so shocking that news is spreading faster than fire in dry grass, faster than water spilling from a broken dam. And you, yes, you are the reason it started. Do not think that this is an exaggeration or that somehow this is a mix-up, because the eyes of God do not lie and the voice of Michael does not tremble unless the moment is truly urgent. You need to understand that what is unfolding right now has been building for a long time in secret, in whispers, in moments when you thought nothing was happening. Behind curtains, in rooms you were never invited into. Your name has been spoken more than anyone else's, and not just by people, but by spirits. Some who serve heaven and some who oppose it with all their strength. This is not a coincidence, my child, because heaven has been tracking every movement. Every conversation, every plot, every seed of intention that was planted concerning you. For weeks now, for months, and even before you noticed, an invisible clock has been ticking. Archangel Michael says that a moment has just passed in which the last layer of concealment was removed and what was kept in darkness is now being thrown into the light. That is why news is spreading so fast. It is not just human mouths talking. It is the echo of the spiritual realm announcing, warning, shouting across dimensions. It has begun. And the most striking thing is that the reason it began has everything to do with something deep inside you, something you carry without even realizing its full power. They tried to underestimate you. They tried to dismiss you. They tried to silence you. But the moment you took that last step forward, the ripple broke the surface, the vibration reached the right ears, and it triggered a chain reaction. Michael says this chain reaction is unstoppable now. And that is why he is ordering you to listen carefully, because the speed at which events are moving will not give you a second chance if you ignore this. Even now, people you know are reacting differently toward you. Some are becoming strangely quiet, avoiding your eyes, while others are suddenly overly friendly, pretending to be on your side. Behind these shifts in behavior is the shocking news they have heard. The news that has your name at the center. Some have been waiting for this moment for years, secretly hoping to see you fail. And now they believe the moment has come, but they do not yet know the full truth because heaven has hidden part of the plan from them. Others are startled, confused, and even afraid because they know that if this news is real, then everything they built against you is about to collapse in public view. Michael says you must be careful right now, not with fear, but with discernment. The enemy's greatest trick in such moments is to pull you into impulsive reactions to get you to respond out of anger or panic so that they can use your own actions against you. But God says this is not the time for you to fight with human words or to rush into explanations. This is the time to listen to align with the divine instructions that are being whispered to you in ways only you will recognize. These whispers may come as sudden thoughts, as dreams in the night, as strange coincidences during your day. They may feel small, but each one is a piece of the heavenly blueprint being handed to you already. In other places, the news about you is being twisted. Michael says certain people are racing to control the narrative to make sure that when others hear the story, it paints you in the way they want. They are using phones, emails, private meetings, passing the story like a dangerous secret. Each time adding their own layer of distortion. Some of these people smile at you in public, but in private their words are sharp with poison. Others act indifferent, as if they do not care. But they are secretly gathering every scrap of information they can find about you. And then there are those who truly have no ill will but are being influenced by others without even realizing it. In the courts of heaven, the record is clear. God knows the exact origin of this news, who started it, who repeated it, and who benefited from it. He knows that while human ears are only just hearing it, the seeds were planted long ago and he allowed it to grow in secret because the exposure of it now will serve a greater purpose. Michael says this exposure will be like a spotlight suddenly turning on in a dark room. Everyone will freeze. Some will shield their eyes in shame. Others will stand frozen in disbelief. And you, my child, will finally see faces for who they truly are. You will see who has been loyal and who has been playing both sides. This moment is a turning point. Heaven is not only concerned with the fact that shocking news is spreading. Heaven is deeply focused on how you respond to it. God says He is training you for something greater. And this situation is both a test and a preparation. The enemy believes this news will break you. But heaven has designed it so that it will lift you. The people who are secretly celebrating right now will be shocked when they see how this turns in your favor. Michael says they will not have time to adjust their strategies before the tables flip. Even as you read these words, somewhere far from where you sit, another conversation about you is taking place. It is happening in a room where you are not present and yet your name is the only one being repeated over and over. They are trying to decide their next move. Some are suggesting they go public. Others are warning to wait. But they do not realize that heaven has already decided the outcome. And no matter which choice they make, it will still serve the divine plan. Michael is standing at the threshold of these meetings, unseen by them. But his sword is drawn, and he is ready to intervene if they attempt to cross the line heaven has drawn. This is why he says to you, do not ignore this. Ignoring it would not stop the events. It would only mean you are unprepared when they reach your door. Being prepared means being spiritually awake, emotionally grounded, and ready to follow instructions quickly. There will be moments in the days ahead where you will feel the urge to speak, to explain yourself, to justify. But heaven will prompt you when it is truly time to speak and when it is time to remain silent. In the silence, your enemies will become restless. In the silence, they will reveal more than they intended. In the silence, the truth will start to leak out without you having to lift a finger. And yet, the emotional weight of this will be real. You may feel moments of heaviness, wondering why this had to happen now, why your name had to be the one in everyone's mouth. God says, "My child, I allowed it because I am positioning you for visibility." And visibility often comes with discomfort before it brings reward. This is a stage in your life where the light is being turned up and the shadows cannot stay hidden. You are being elevated in ways you cannot yet see. But to stand in that new place, certain ties and certain perceptions about you must be broken forever. This news, though meant by some to harm you, will accomplish exactly that. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. Michael says that in heaven's timeline, we are in the breaking open phase. Imagine a seed underground. Before it sprouts into the light, it must first crack open in the darkness. That crack might seem like destruction, but it is actually the beginning of growth. This news is the crack. The discomfort is the cracking sound. And what is about to emerge will shock not only your enemies but even those who love you. You have been underestimated for so long that when your true strength appears, it will be undeniable. Right now, even the angels are speaking about you. Not because you are perfect, but because you are chosen for something that requires public attention. There are divine assignments that cannot remain in the shadows. And this is one of them. That is why the spread of this news is so fast. It is not just human gossip. It is part of heaven's method of drawing eyes toward you at the exact time they need to be watching. Some will watch with skepticism, others with curiosity, and some with genuine support, but all will watch. And that is exactly how the next part of God's plan will unfold. Michael is warning you that there will be one particular moment soon when someone will come to you pretending to offer help or sympathy. They will say they just want to know your side of the story, but their real intention is to gather more information to feed the fire. Heaven will give you a nudge in that moment. An uneasy feeling in your spirit. Trust that feeling. You do not owe them explanations. Your vindication will not come from convincing them. It will come from the undeniable turning of events in your favor. And when the turn comes, it will be so swift that people will struggle to keep up. The same mouths that spread your name in accusation will speak it in admiration. The same eyes that look down on you will look up to you. The same doors that seemed locked will swing wide open. Michael says this is not a distant dream. It is near. so near that the angels have already begun the arrangements for your next steps. The question is not whether it will happen. The question is whether you will be ready to walk through when it does. This, my child, is why this message had to reach you today. Why Michael ordered you to open it right now. Because the pace of what is unfolding will not slow down for you to catch up later. You are already in the center of the story whether you feel ready or not. But heaven is with you every step, every breath, every heartbeat. The same God who knows the beginning from the end is guiding you. And His voice will not fail you now. God says, my child, do not look away. Do not hesitate. Do not think you can leave this for later. This moment is carved in the divine clock of heaven, and Archangel Michael has stepped forward with the authority of the throne to place this before you. His voice is not gentle today. It shakes the heavens. It pierces through every shadow around you because He knows that, if you ignore this now, the ripples that have already begun will turn into waves that cannot be stopped. He says, I order you to open this right now. This is not optional. This is not a suggestion. This is a command wrapped in love but burning with urgency, for something has been released into the atmosphere. Something that has your name tied to it, and it is spreading faster than any wind you have ever felt. And you, yes, you are the reason it started. Do not think this is an accusation meant to harm you. No, my child. This is a truth meant to awaken you before it is too late. Archangel Michael says you were not aware of the first spark. You did not see how the words, the action, the small moment you thought was nothing carried seeds into places you never imagined they would reach. Now those seeds have bloomed not in secret gardens but in the open fields of the world's attention. People are speaking. Whispers have turned to conversations, and conversations are becoming declarations, and somewhere in the midst of all this, heaven itself has declared, we must intervene before this turns into something irreversible. That is why Michael stands here with a sword of light, cutting through the layers of distraction around you. So you will not miss a single word. I am telling you now. The shocking news that is spreading. It has not just reached one or two people. It has crossed oceans. It has leapt over borders. It has entered rooms you have never stepped into. And it is now on the lips of people who have never heard your name until this moment. And yet now they speak it. Do you understand what that means, my child? Heaven has been watching this unfold, and there are forces, both light and dark, fighting over the narrative. Yes, the story is being twisted even now by those who wish to see you crumble under the weight of misunderstanding. This is why Michael will not stand down until you understand your role in this divine turning point. Because this could either be your greatest undoing or the very moment that elevates you into the destiny you were born for. You have always wondered if you were chosen for something greater. You have always had moments in the quiet of your soul where you felt that your life was part of something bigger than yourself. That quiet feeling is no longer quiet. It has become a trumpet blast from heaven, sounding in the spirit realm, calling angels to attention and forcing the enemy to reveal his plans. The news spreading is not just news. It is a test. It is the kind of test that reveals what is truly inside you when the whole world's gaze is upon you. And my child, the gaze has turned. They are watching. They are listening. And the unseen realms are holding their breath to see how you will respond. Michael says, "You cannot pretend you do not hear me. You cannot act as though this is not happening. You cannot cover your ears and say you will deal with it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be too late." His words are like fire, not to burn you, but to burn away the fog that tries to keep you numb. Because while you hesitate, there are those moving quickly, crafting false words, creating shadows that look like truth. And unless you rise now, unless you act in alignment with the instructions heaven will give you, the story they are creating will harden like wet cement around your name. But if you listen now, if you open your spirit fully, the truth will blaze so brightly that every shadow will be erased. And the same mouths that whispered will speak your vindication. You may be asking, but what is this news? What is it they are saying? My child, you already feel the edges of it in your spirit. You have sensed strange shifts in conversations lately. People you thought were allies have been distant. Others have looked at you with knowing eyes but said nothing. Even in moments of stillness, there has been a tension as though the air around you is charged with something you cannot see. This is because the words have been released. Some of them carry lies. Some of them carry truth. Some carry a mixture so dangerous it could bend reality itself if left unchecked. And all of them are tracing back to a single point to you. But here is the divine revelation. You must not miss. This is not happening to destroy you. This is happening to expose what needed to be brought into the light, not just around you, but within you. Heaven has allowed the pressure to mount so that the gold hidden in you can be revealed. The enemy thinks he is orchestrating your downfall. But in reality, the stage is being set for your elevation. However, for this to turn in your favor, you must take Michael's warning as your highest priority. Do not treat this like a passing message. This is the kind of message people in history wish they had listened to before it was too late. Michael says, "The reason I am speaking now is because the moment of choice is here. If you choose to hide, you will be swept into the current that others are steering. If you choose to rise, you will command the current and change its direction. My child, understand you are not powerless in this. You hold more influence in this situation than you realize. The very fact that the news is spreading so fast is proof of the power connected to your name. The enemy attacks where the treasure is. The enemy stirs chaos where there is divine destiny to be fulfilled. And the enemy fears the sound of your voice once you realize who you truly are. Even now, heaven is moving pieces into place. People you have not yet met are about to enter your life. They will carry keys, spiritual keys, relational keys, even material keys that will unlock the doors the enemy tried to seal shut. But you will only recognize them if you are awake, alert, and listening for the Spirit's whisper. This is why Michael's tone is so fierce right now. He knows that distractions are swirling around you like a storm trying to pull your eyes away from what matters. But in the center of this storm is a still place. And it is there that heaven will give you the next step. You must not miss it. And yet I feel you thinking, but why me, why now? Why in this way, my child? Because you carry something that others do not. You carry a divine assignment that cannot be fulfilled by anyone else. The shocking news is only the opening act. The real story has not yet been told. And the reason it began with you is because heaven chose you to be the vessel through which the truth will be revealed. This is not a punishment. This is a calling disguised in the wrapping of chaos. You will see it clearly soon. But first, you must stand when the waves rise. Michael says, do not run from this. Do not shrink back. Take the sword of truth in your hand and walk forward. You have more angelic support around you now than you have ever had in your entire life. Even now, as you read this, angelic ranks are positioning themselves around you, creating a shield no human eye can see, but every demon can feel. They know they cannot touch you unless you lay down your authority. And heaven is commanding you not to lay it down. This is not over. This is just the beginning, and the world will remember how you chose to stand in this moment. God says, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. This message for you. This is very important message. Don't ignore this. Be careful because the air is already charged with whispers that were not there yesterday. And the light around you is shifting in a way that heaven itself is watching more closely than usual. Shocking news is spreading fast. And you are the reason it started. Even if you have not yet seen the faces of those speaking, even if you have not yet heard the exact sentences they say behind closed doors. It is already moving like wildfire through places you have never walked, through hearts you have never met, and through rooms you have never entered. And Archangel Michael is not allowing this to happen without alerting you because you must be ready for what comes after the shock settles. For what is whispered today will soon be shouted tomorrow. And the world will look to you not in small curiosity but in a kind of demanding awe. They will want to know how you are still standing when this news carries the power to break most people in half. And the reason is because God is preserving you for this exact season. Even though the weight of it may feel heavier than your spirit thinks it can bear. But God says you were chosen for this moment. Before you were even born, before the foundations of the earth were laid, and before the stars took their place in the blackness, your name was written into the line of events that would lead to this day, this week, this hour, an Archangel Michael has been stationed near you, guarding the perimeter of your soul, keeping forces from reaching you that would have already taken your joy, your sleep. My beloved child, before you take your next breath, I need you to know this is not just another passing moment, not just another string of words you can. One who inhabits this space are unaware of their weight. God says, pay attention, for the angels themselves have waited long to bring you this knowledge. There is a reason you have felt uneasy at times. A reason why shadows felt heavier in your bedroom. Why sometimes when you enter, a chill or a sense of being watched fell upon you. Archangel Michael tells me that what I am about to reveal will shock you, but it is for your liberation, for your protection, for the unveiling of what has been shrouded in silence. Your bedroom is more than a room. It is a spiritual junction, a meeting place of energies, a canvas where the actions of your soul, your past, your present, and unseen influences converge. Finally, God is exposing it. Finally, the truth will touch your eyes. And though it may feel overwhelming, know that this is a sacred unveiling, a divine intervention to set things right. God says, look carefully at every corner. Archangel Michael directs your attention to places you never considered. The space behind your wardrobe, the corners near your windows, the drawers you rarely open, the mattress you lie on each night. They all hold signs, symbols, whispers of past decisions, of secrets hidden by others and by yourself. There are energies in your bedroom that are not of this world. Messages left behind. Presences that do not speak yet communicate in ways you have not yet understood. Some of these presences are protective. Some are warning. Some are remnants of promises, broken words, forgotten vows, and even acts done in secrecy. They have lingered waiting for this moment when God says it is time for you to see, to understand, to act, to be fully awake. Archangel Michael says there is a particular object seemingly ordinary that carries more than you realize. God asks you to pay attention to it. It could be a book, a piece of jewelry, a piece of furniture, or even something hidden in plain sight. This object has been the keeper of truths that others hoped would never be discovered. Those truths are now being revealed. The reason your bedroom has felt different, the reason some nights you could not rest despite your best efforts, is because the energy of this object has been stirring, calling, waiting, preparing for the moment when divine exposure arrives. God says, touch it, open it, examine it. Do not rush. Do not panic. Do not fear. This is for your understanding, your enlightenment, and your protection. God says you cannot believe what is hidden there. It is not merely about objects. It is about hidden intentions, concealed actions, secret dealings that took place in your absence, energies you did not recognize, and presences that moved silently, affecting your life without your consent or awareness. Archangel Michael says, I am here to protect you, to guide you, to make sure that nothing hidden harms you, but you must act. You must look, you must see, do not delay. God emphasizes that your bedroom has been a stage where truths were both kept and obscured. It is not a room of darkness alone. It has also been a room of hidden light, of opportunities, of messages that only now in this moment can be revealed to you. God says there are people, spirits, and energies that have been observing you from afar, tracking your movements, studying your routines, waiting for the chance to intervene. Some of them have done so with love and care, wanting to protect you without intrusion. Others have moved with secrecy, with motives that you do not yet understand, leaving traces, leaving signs, leaving whispers that could have gone unnoticed. But now God says the veil is lifted. What you have ignored, what you have overlooked, what you have dismissed as coincidence is now visible in full clarity. Archangel Michael cries, urging you to be awake, to pay attention, to absorb every detail. This is not a casual revelation. It is an urgent divine unveiling. God says your bed, the place you think of as sanctuary, is also a portal of memories, of dreams, of unseen connections. There are items under it, near it, around it that carry energies of past encounters, past decisions, and hidden truths. Archangel Michael says, look under it, around it, behind it. These places carry messages waiting to be discovered. Some of these messages were hidden intentionally. Others came from the unseen world to prepare you, to awaken you, to protect you. God asks you to pay close attention to patterns. The arrangement of objects, the marks on furniture, the signs of disturbance in places that seemed untouched. They are all part of the revelation that God is sending specifically for you. God says the walls themselves are witnesses. The walls carry the vibration of conversations, of whispers, of silent movements. Archangel Michael says, place your hand upon the walls. Listen. Feel the vibrations. What was spoken here, what was thought here, what was felt here carries energy that now seeks expression. You will be shocked by the truth, but it is necessary for your awakening, for your spiritual and personal liberation. God says, do not fear the uncovering. Do not fear the shock. These truths are not here to harm you, but to free you. The secrets of your bedroom are connected to your life path, to your relationships, to your peace, and even to opportunities that have been awaiting your discovery. God says there are things that happened in your bedroom that you have not remembered consciously. Events, arguments, decisions, visits, from people who came and went without notice, small objects moved without explanation, letters, notes, items left behind intentionally or by accident. All of these carry weight. Archangel Michael says, these items, these movements, these energies, they are all part of a grand plan. Some are warnings, some are blessings, but all are part of the exposure that is happening right now. God says the timing is crucial. The universe has conspired for this exact moment. You have been protected until now, guided until now, but the next steps are yours. Open your eyes. Open your mind, open your heart to the revelation that is being sent. God says, you may notice shadows, slight changes in temperature, feelings of heaviness or lightness in certain corners of your bedroom. These are not accidents. Archangel Michael says, these are signs, signals from the unseen world that you are ready, that the time for exposure is now. Trust these signs. Follow them. Engage with them. They are meant to guide you to the hidden truths. God says some of these truths are about people you trust, about those you have allowed close to your life. Some are about decisions you made that had unseen consequences. Some are about gifts, opportunities, or warnings that were left unacknowledged. They are all present in your bedroom now, waiting for your attention. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. God says, finally, the moment of revelation will bring clarity. Archangel Michael says, do not shy away. Do not doubt. Do not run from the truth. What you are about to see, what you are about to discover will change the way you view your life, your relationships, your safety, and your peace. It is a gift from God, a protection, a light in the darkness. Embrace it. God says, you may find letters you never saw, objects you do not remember acquiring, items that contain messages or instructions. All of these are aligned to guide you, to warn you, and to illuminate your path. God says there is nothing to fear. Every revelation, every exposure, every uncovering is aligned with divine protection. Archangel Michael is present, guarding, watching, shielding. God says, the unseen forces that once moved in secrecy now reveal themselves so you may act. So you may protect, so you may understand, so you may reclaim what is yours by divine right. Your bedroom, the place you thought was ordinary, is extraordinary in its role. It is the stage of divine messages, angelic intervention, and spiritual truths waiting to be recognized. God says, do not ignore this message. Archangel Michael insists, I will cry if you do not open this. I will weep if you do not acknowledge the hidden truths. I love you and I am here to protect you. But you must act now. You must look. You must see. You must understand. What is hidden will remain hidden no longer. The exposure is happening now only for you and only for the one who is ready. God says your bedroom is not merely a room. It is a portal of divine communication, a sanctuary of messages and a place where the unseen world intersects with the seen. God says, when you open the drawers, when you examine the spaces, when you touch the objects that have been quietly waiting for your attention, you will feel a surge of clarity, a release of energy, and a lifting of burdens you did not realize you carried. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be afraid. Do not be hesitant. Do not doubt. These revelations are gifts. They are protective, enlightening, liberating. They are designed to align you with your highest path and to shield you from harm." God says, your bedroom contains the keys to understanding, the revelations that will shift your perspective, and the clarity that will guide your future. God says, finally, pay attention to the items you never considered important. A small trinket, a note left under a mattress, a forgotten photograph, a book with markings you did not notice. All of these are part of the exposure. Archangel Michael says, these are messages from God, signals of protection. Evidence of hidden truths. Examine them carefully with intention, with focus, and with faith. God says, when you engage with these items, you will feel the presence of divine light, of angelic protection, of God's eyes upon you, of Archangel Michael standing firmly beside you. God says, your bedroom has been waiting for this moment. Archangel Michael has been waiting for this moment. You, the inhabitant of this room, have been waiting, even if you did not realize it. The exposure is not just about objects. It is about energies, influences, and unseen dynamics that have shaped your life in ways both subtle and profound. God says, do not underestimate the power of these revelations. They are designed to protect, to guide, to awaken, and to free you. God says, trust this process. Archangel Michael says, I am with you. I will not leave. I will guard you. I will cry if necessary, but I will protect you. Do not delay. Do not ignore, this is your moment of awakening. Your bedroom, your sanctuary, your space of rest, your private world is now a stage for divine revelation. God says when you acknowledge these truths, when you face them with courage, you will feel a sense of liberation you have never known. You will see clearly, act decisively, and understand profoundly. The unseen world, the hidden energies, and the concealed truths will no longer operate in shadows. They will be illuminated, exposed, and aligned with your divine protection. God says this message is not to be shared. Archangel Michael emphasizes it is only for you. The timing is precise. The revelations are intended for your eyes and heart alone. Do not allow distractions. Do not allow disbelief. Do not allow fear. Open this moment fully. Embrace the divine exposure, the truths, the hidden messages, and the clarity that comes now. I am with you. God is with you. You are not alone. But you must act. You must awaken. You must engage. Your bedroom, the space you thought you knew, is now a sacred conduit of revelation. God says, Finally, act with discernment and faith. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be timid. Do not be hesitant. Trust God. Trust me. Trust the process. The exposure is for your good. It is for your protection. It is for your understanding. It is for your peace. The items, the corners, the shadows, the objects, the energies, all of these are now revealing themselves to you. Pay attention, engage, act, see, understand, protect yourself, embrace your truth. Do not delay. This is your moment. Your bedroom is your sacred space. The secrets it holds are now revealed. You are safe. You are protected. You are guided. Open. Look and understand. God is with you. I am with you. This is your divine moment of awakening. God says, "My beloved child, listen with your heart and not just your ears. For what I am revealing now is of the highest urgency." Archangel Michael stands beside you, his wings shimmering with a brilliance that makes the shadows in your room tremble. And he says, "I order you to open this right now. Do not try to ignore it. This message is only for you. Do not tell anyone. For what is about to be revealed is sacred and it touches the deepest parts of your life. Parts that even you have not fully understood until this very moment. The weight of this moment presses upon your spirit and you feel it, though you may not know why. The air in your bedroom, the very place you consider private and safe, is filled with energies that have silently shaped your past, your present, and your future. These energies are being unveiled now by divine authority, and you cannot turn away from the light that is about to illuminate every corner of your life. You have walked in this world believing that your bedroom is a mere shelter, a place to rest, to dream, to hide from the demands of life. Yet God says, this room, your bedroom, holds secrets that even your closest friends, your family, have never fully perceived. Each object, each corner, each shadowed space has carried whispers, some of them soft and sweet, others heavy with the weight of unspoken truths. Michael moves through your space invisibly, but with a presence so commanding that the walls themselves feel honored and afraid. He says, what has been hidden is about to be exposed. The truth cannot be contained any longer. He gestures to the bed, to the drawers, to the closet, and even to the smallest items you may have overlooked. And God says, these are not mere objects. These are vessels of energy, of memory, of intention. What has been placed here, knowingly or unknowingly, has influenced the currents of your life far more than you can imagine. The message is urgent because forces both visible and invisible have been gathering around you, testing your patience, your faith, and your ability to discern truth from deception. Some of these forces have been friends, others strangers, and some have come from within your own family. God says, tonight the veil is lifting. Everything you thought was private, safe, ordinary is being revealed in divine light. Archangel Michael's sword glows with a piercing silver intensity as he scans your room. And God says, look closely. See beyond the surface. There are energies here that do not belong to you, spirits that linger, intentions that have been hidden, and treasures that have been overlooked. The air shimmers, and you feel a chill, not of fear, but of awakening. Your bedroom, the most intimate space of your life, is no longer simply a physical place. It is a spiritual battlefield, a sanctuary, a mirror of your soul. Michael cries out, you cannot delay, for time is slipping. And what is meant to be revealed now must come forth before it is too late. Your bedroom is not merely a room. It is a portal. It is a space where your dreams, your fears, and your desires converge. It has been watched. It has been tested. It has been sanctified. And it is now ready to reveal the deepest truths of your life. God says, the energy you feel, the sensation that something is moving, even when nothing seems to move, is real. You are not imagining this. Angels, spirits, and even the remnants of past choices are present in your room, and they are about to speak in ways that will shock you, awaken you, and guide you. Look at the bed where you sleep each night. God says it has absorbed your restlessness, your joy, your pain. It has felt your whispers to the universe, your prayers in the dark, your secret conversations with the soul. Tonight, all of that is being mirrored back to you in clarity. The truth of what has been taking place in this room, the vibrations of your intentions, the footprints of those who have entered without your knowledge, all are coming forth. There are objects that seem ordinary, yet God says, some have been conduits of hidden influence. Some have been manipulated by energies you cannot see. Some have carried blessings you did not recognize. You cannot ignore this, for it is vital for your spiritual, emotional, and even material life. The bedroom you thought was yours alone has been a crossroads of destinies. The message deepens as Michael points toward your closet. God says, what is hidden here is not merely clothing or possessions. There are layers of memories, emotions, and intentions trapped in this space. Some are yours, some belong to those who have passed, and some are energies that do not serve your highest good. God am exposing this, and it is necessary that you witness it with full awareness. Do not be afraid of what you see. Fear is the tool of distraction. You must observe with clarity, with faith, and with love. Because your bedroom is revealing not only what is around you but what is within you. A whisper seems to move through the room, gentle yet insistent, calling your attention to corners you have long ignored. Michael's presence makes even the smallest shadow significant. And God says, every shadow has a story, every hidden space holds a revelation. Open your eyes and your heart, for the truths you are about to see will not return to concealment. The